on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another one. Last day we had finished off Note 6 there with Sinister, Emma Frost, Black Widow, and as you guys can see there, Ghost as well. And we were able to do that in one shot. And now today we're going to start on Note 7. And quickly just jumping into Note 7 here, I'll show you guys the team configuration that we'll be running. But yeah, it's gonna be the first of the cosmic nodes, and this is the team arrangement that I found to be quite effective. We got Hela and Thanos there to the left, and you're gonna see that a lot of for some reason the AI just loves targeting Hela, so we got her there. And then with the proper placement of Thanos there, the taunt will actually kind of keep things on that side, and it also helps if Hela gets knocked out. We also get Greg. We can get a double Greg, and then that's kind of where it will help us shine. So before we jump into it, let's quickly just jump into my roster here, and you guys can take a look here at the characters that I'll be using. And you guys already saw that who the four are, so we'll just go off from left to right here. We'll jump into Proxima here first. As you guys see here, pretty much everything's maxed out because you want as much damage as you can, so it's all T forward and ready to rock and roll. We've got her as 5 reds as well, so I was able to get some nice pulls on that. And you want her on this team because of her stun. Just like in Dark Dimension 3, this stun and the slow is going to come in really handy. And then with Hela, we're going to spread things out pretty nicely, so that's going to help out. And as you guys see here, the ISO 8's also maxed out as well. You want that maxed out for maximum damage. Hela, we've already alluded to. Again, with she can spread the debuffs, especially the slows from Proxima, so that's kind of where she shines as well. And of course, she also has Greg, who is an MVP on his own, and you guys will see that in the footage as well. So I mean, her death knives, you want this maxed out so that way it can spread 4 negatives across to everybody. And you know, it's just ridiculous. It's think of this as like an extension of like the debuffs, like Venom's spread. Minerva, we gotta have her if you want to one-shot these nodes. If you want to do a really solid attack attempt, or you want to just pull through, you gotta have her as the insurance policy. And we had her in the Dark Dimension 3 nodes as well. You just gotta have her. We've got her healer maxed out as well on level 5. Everything else is T forward. She's 4 reds. I'm close to getting her upgraded, so we'll get her to 5 as soon as she pops up in the store. Thanos, everything on him is maxed. Maxed everything because we have him in the arena teams and of course in war as well, so we got to have him maxed out. And as you guys will see here, I'm just going to quickly show you guys the ISOs on him. I got him as a 5 fortifier. I do have him as a raider as well, which is for extra damage if you guys want to go that route, but I do recommend the fortifier because yeah, he's going to be soaking up a ton of damage, and unfortunately we don't have Ebony Maw with us, so that's kind of going to help sort of keep him alive-ish. But yeah, that's it, guys. And again, Minerva, we got Hela, and then we got Proxima. That's my lineup there. And now that's enough of me jabbering on. Let's actually jump into the gameplay here. So we'll jump in quickly here into the first node. And like I said already, this is the configuration we're going with. And this took me a couple recordings, definitely for sure. Just to kind of piece and mess around with the different combinations and kind of see what works out. What's interesting is when you start this node off, you'll see right away here Emma Frost, Magneto, and we got Namor. So very similar to one of the Dark Dimension 3 node 4s. And right off the bat, Magneto messes with things because of the blind. But you want to make sure you can contain Strife first because he's going to keep ulting, and his ult is really annoying. It's gonna ability block, and that's gonna really hurt your ability to revive and stun and all that good stuff. So that's why you want to make sure you can cancel him out first. We got lucky with this one because Hela does get taken out first, and that's exactly what we want, and that's why she's on that far corner. So we've got double Greg going on here, and from that point on, if you can land yourself in a double Greg position, you are putting yourself in a very solid position there. So as you guys see there, we got resisted on the ability block, thank goodness. Doesn't always happen, but if that does, you know, count yourself lucky for that. And then from that point on, you want to stun him, and then if you can get to Hela's turn, You want to spread these debuffs to all those little guys out there, so that way everybody's got the slow and the disrupt, and it adds up quite well. We're gonna do the heal there with Minerva there on there, as you guys see. And nice thing about this node is the fact that they do start off with double Namors, and we do get a bit of AoE, which hits Greg, and that helps with the turn reduction. So that's kind of why we do, we want to take advantage of that. And if they can aim their attacks at Minerva, or sorry, excuse me, at Hela, it helps bring out that other Greg. So as you guys will see here, once you can kind of contain Strife and stun him, get the offense down going, and from that point on, you pretty much have control of this node. Hela's getting pretty close there as well in terms of dying again, so if that happens, great. I was never able to get 3 Gregs, so if you can get 3 Gregs, that would be awesome. So as you guys see there, it's all about controlling the situation here. We are getting quite close, so that's kind of where you want to make sure if Minerva's low on health, you got to activate the taunt with Thanos so that protects, and then we can revive, and now, booyah, we've got double Gregs going on here, and that's exactly what we want. So it's going to take a little bit of timing for sure, but I've noticed that the AI really likes to target her, so keep her away from Minerva, otherwise you guys are going to run into some problems. So once we take out Strife, it gets a little bit easier because that's one less character for us to worry about, and from that point on, you can kind of switch targets. You can go for either the Namors or the Blob. Blob hits back, so I don't recommend going for him, but it's up to you guys. And if you hit Magneto or Emma, they just get the deflex back, and it's kind of annoying actually. So it was nice when we disrupted, so that way I feel like it sort of helps prevent the buffs on him, so it helps out. I don't know if it actually works out, but I know he gets the speed up and the deflection as well, so I feel like it helps out, but maybe that's different in this case. The next wave that pops up after this one is also one that's a bit tricky, and this wave 1, I'll call this wave 1. This isn't the hard part about this node. I would say the hard part is when we get to X23 and there's a double Negasonic Domino, and I think there's 2 Hulks in there as well, and that's kind of where it gets a little bit more difficult to get around. Luckily for us, we do have 2 Gregs, so that helps us out quite a bit. And Magneto also helped us out a bit too there with the blind, because he actually kind of repositioned our spots kind of back in place, so that's kind of nice. Stun Emma because she's really fast, and her blinds are just annoying. So if you can stun her, that will take care of her for at least a couple rounds. And then from that point on, just figure out who you want to spread the debuffs to. I don't remember who I target this one. I think I just save it. Yeah, and then you just keep going for we can offense down these guys. Proxima is just so good. The stun and the offense down already make her so good, but she also has to be really fast, and it just adds to the effect, right? Like this is the reason why she's part of the Black Order team. Like this is the reason why when I brought her up to tier 15, I had no regrets on that, and she is such a good character. Even with the addition of Silver Surfer and Doom, Black Order is still probably going to be a strong meta in the game for a while to come. These guys are just a top-notch team, especially in offense, in war, and they're also kind of a pain in the butt too in defense. You pretty much have to counter them with with some sort of huge meta team or a Black Order team or something like that. So from that point on, once you take out Magneto and then 2 Namors, you've got Emma Frost left, and what I would recommend is just trying to make sure you guys have all your abilities ready to rock and rumble for the next wave. Otherwise, you might run into problems, and the biggest one is you want to make sure you can land everything on X23. Otherwise, she's just going to keep ulting, and it's gonna hit pretty hard because it ability blocks you, and then it also targets the lowest character, so it bypasses the taunt. And yeah, you guys will see here right away how annoying that is. I think I got through the wave 1 here quite a few times before I finally got the gist of that second wave, and yeah, it does require a little bit of luck, and that's why I've kind of got Hela as a striker as well. We've got her as a striker to kind of get that extra little damage in, because yeah, you're gonna need every little bit of damage for this wave, and we'll call this wave 2. 2-1, because there's going to be another drop that comes in after this. But yeah, as you guys see here, first and foremost, you want to make sure you can disrupt. That way she doesn't get like evasion or whatever hoo-ha. Stun her. And then just apply the bleeds, hit everything on her. Offense down, bleed, heal block, whatever you got going on here, depending on your characters. I know for a fact that a lot of people are going to have Hela on their lineup, but yeah, you want to make sure you include Minerva and Hela in this team. I think some people have done Dad Bros, and that's done fine as well. Other people have done Silver Surfer if they have him unlocked. He's also really crazy good because he ability blocks, so he's another good choice. But yeah, this one's also a very nice choice. Unfortunately, Thanos is a tank, and he doesn't have a ton of damage on him, so we have to make up for that with by utilizing his taunt and making sure we can protect everybody else while he's on the board here. Because yeah, otherwise he isn't exactly the most offensive character, just because we don't have Ebony Maw and we don't have an empowered version of him either. So he is quite a bit weaker than his singular normal form, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and then placing the offense down on key characters, especially because Negasonic and Domino, they do so much AoE, and it's also nice if you hit the disrupt on X23. It's nice because it also spreads out to Hulk as well. So it just depends on the situation, but yeah, you want to make sure you can get to X23. Otherwise, if she takes a turn and you guys aren't able to take her out before she gets a turn in, it is quite a bit harder. I've gone through it, and for sure, that's the biggest part of this wave. You just got to make sure you get rid of X23, and then from that point on, every other character you can take care of. We've got Thanos in a good position there as well for the taunt, so he's going to be able to provide a lot of protection, and that's pretty much it. I mean, if you've got through wave 1 and you've taken out X23 on this wave, you guys won't have too much issues from this point on. I think we got a couple of Deadpools drop in, and I forget who else. Let's see what happens here. Doctor Strange. Okay, yeah, so he's not too bad. I mean, he's gonna do a revive if you leave him alone. So obviously, you want to make sure you can get rid of him, because we don't want him reviving who, X23, in case you guys forgot, or whoever else we took out. I guess we took out Negasonic as well. But yeah, you want to make sure you can get rid of him, because yeah, that's gonna be an issue. And then by stunning him, next turn we should have Minerva's ult as well, so that's an extra cushion for us. And as you guys see here, yeah, they have to get through Thanos, and we still have a revive in as well here. And again, Hela coming up big here because a ton of debuffs, boom, spreading everything across. We got the speeds, speed downs, bleeds, heal blocks, all that good stuff. And then guess what? We got Minerva's revive there because we need to use it. And then we'll just, we'll take a look around and throw the offense downs. You want to target the ones that matter, so the ones that have the AoE. So Hulk and Domino, that's who I would focus on. So Hulk probably more so because of the fact that he can land quite a beating, because of the fact that when his health is below 50%, he gets that increased damage. So keep that in mind. But yeah, from that point on, stunning Doctor Strange, and then as you guys see here, all these crazy awesome debuffs. They don't have a Jessica Jones, they don't have a Groot, so they're not taking care of these debuffs, and that gives us a huge advantage, because a part of the game, I think one of the reasons why Scientist Supreme and Ebony Maw and Invisible Woman, they were so good in Dark Dimension 3 because of the offense down and all these debuffs they put on, right? So yeah, by allowing us the same situation here where we're applying debuffs, offense down, defense down, disrupt, whatever, hoo-ha, and spreading it out to everybody, that gives us a huge advantage, and makes these impossible nodes one-shottable. So it makes it easy for us to do that. You don't have to do this one in one shot, but I want to show you guys that it is possible. And then, if you guys are trying to save your resources as well, you guys don't have to be pushing for 5 characters for these cosmic nodes. I'll be running the same team for the next nodes as well, so you guys can have an idea here of how they do. But Hela, Minerva, Proxima, and of course Thanos. And I think every single one of these characters, I don't think anyone's going to have issues bringing up to tier 15, just because they are utilized in a lot of different game modes. And I think for sure Black Order is probably right now, I mean, even with Silver Surfer and with the addition of the new, well, soon here, the new X Factor characters,
they still, you know, they've got so much viability in the game right now, and they hold a very unique place right now. They're going to be part of the meta for a long time to come. And I think a lot of people have put so many resources. I've put so much resources into these guys, like the Red Star promotions, T4s, you know, all that good stuff. Yeah, they've got a lot of life left in this game. And I mean, Hela, of course, she's lost a bit of steam because of all the counters to the Asgardians, but we cannot deny the fact that she's got Greg, and he's kind of in a domain of his own. So anyways, that's it, guys. That's it. That's how you one-shot node number 7. That's a good way here to start the first node in the Cosmic section. But stay tuned, guys. We'll do the next couple here after I try out the next nodes and see how they are. But there you guys have it. 14 million worth of damage. And that is the first attack attempt. Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. And hopefully catch you guys in the next one.